today would not have been possible without the extraordinary generosity and visionary leadership of the KGL Foundation, led by Elliot, under the chairmanship of Mr. Alexa Powell Dade. The entire construction of this center has been funded by the KGL Foundation and donated to the KGL Eve Medical Center as a gift of hope to the people of Asanteman. Even more inspiring is their commitment to fully complete phase 2 and 3 of the project by 2027. An investment that will transform this center into one of Ghana's leading hubs for mental wellness, research, and general medical care.
Lady Julia was said to a euro Santa Hene, Utumfo said to Tosumino, Nehukeni, and Annie Debbie Chiprecope. Now, well, by Sabi, near my wood euro Santa Hene, I am the kind for Charity Foundation. Charity Foundation, na a Wahene Lady Julia, now one on a Sabi. Now, what they hear and Quada and a ma apomodemu, and a free her beckoning in a boom, and ma no ye benya, including Utumfo Charity Foundation Educational Fund. Any mobile learning, any dental health in Indiana, Ebeke Kambu, and man in Ebe Utumfo said to the second foundation. Now, and chair cry, and Lady Julia saw a lanche, Eve Foundation, no, and no Esha Charity Foundation more, or more dear or more yen say, or more Esha and Maya, a year dear no pepe, you said a beya, and Maya ni benina babeya ma, or more a word that pebi a woman is so, and woman quanquaya Maya. Suku mu na mpre wanyin sen na afi so eye wuhu bra na kohwibra ena omodo mu kohwemu etete maaya no ema maaya ne de eniso ade hunu pa bi esi wo manu so se de be yo moda ache no ebe yefe ena de to so bi o so no if foundation no so e wo honom de ma emma kwa awo so awade mu nsem awade mu hawoni nyina no if foundation wo honom a omo eye kasakire dwumadie na man so mu hia kakra bi so de aye adwuma no so omo aso won asene na nanse de ekoso pa ha adwen pa no eye emma mental health obonso obi wo kwa awo so ebi mu kwa awo so ekudidem ebi kwa awo so emo madwene ho koka ebi nso so awade mu hawni awade mu atete no okomu a na eno so akogya no kasakasa na de yade bi kam kakra bi aba beka na adwene ho ana beto na adwene ho na ha no eno nti ena Lady Julia was said to obatampa wodwena amansan nyina ehonya one ne foundation no de nhyehyɛ soronko ba ha kra onye wadwen so ombesi hospital soronko a hospital na dwuma omba ne se omo ebehwɛ emma pomudene titru emma adwene oba wakwa awoso wonyem wowu wie a eye friba dai dikan kopem ne bosome na no hawo bi na ewo mu no nipa hia se anase abata ne hia se omone obi di nkomo ena afa so awo mu haw nyinsan mu haw ene ade bi efa awo ho nyinsan mu ene nkwada ahwemu ene wo ba na nkasa ne hwemu na pomudi mu ne nantie mu na didie mu ne de beboa no ama na adwene na pomudi nyina agina ne naso no eno ena e foundation eyo mani so ade hunu eno nti omasi ultra modern hospital ne seso bi mada wo Ghana hanom a eno ye emanko a hospital na group omo eso asene omo nko aso asene esi dan no eye EGL groups na sika wo mudi si dan na eye $2 million a aye hospital na omasi no enye hospital ba akopɛ na emom no hospital no omu si ne saa so enan a aka me nsa aka omu besi aka ba kono ho enu nti so yo ba na op hospital akwa ebe fa wo mental health wa wo mu wo wi a hawa wa chire awade mu atete a wo hia wo bi ne nadi nkomo wo mantete mu na enkwada ne hwe ne nyina mu no dia na say eye KGL Health Center wo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology campus mu ha okwa specialist wo hono mu a omo behwe wo ede wafa entity mu na fe so yade a ewo wo ho no address ne fata say wo se yede kan no yede account eno nti ebra omo epadwumadie no ho ntoma na afi nso so omo de safo a ede ahye adokotafo ho nsa na omo de aye adwuma na so omo hye ase aye adwuma no Omampenya Bedieche, His Excellency.
God bless our beautiful country, Ghana.
Professor
Thank you very much.
His Royal Highness, Lady Julia was 82, and Nana Jama Prempe, and you penny pa, or no, and KG, and our Munina, so do be Bodumo, and your mamma, and your face. We may go to penny pa, what that KG and Cooper, and our faces so. His Royal Highness Lady Julia was 82 and the Vice President. Omo sam kakra, omo tujani di entia, omo ebia no yen kan say Mahama Care Foundation so na womo so eka ho bi.
Ladies and gentlemen, outstanding. Make welcome the Executive Chairman of the KTL Group, yours and mine, Mr. Alex Apao Dade. Thanks, Jerry. I was introduced as the chairman of KGL Foundation. Unfortunately, I'm not. Within the group, we have 8 companies, and the executive chairman of the group, I brought with me 4 chief executives of the subsidiaries here. So that's in a point of correction. To serve the present age, my calling to fulfill, oh, may it all my powers engage to do my master's will. And anyone who's been to KGL House, one of the most iconic buildings in this country, you see boldly inscribed there, and that is what I represent and the KGL Group represents. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Professor Jane Nana Okubajman, Your Royal Highness Lady Julia Osei-Tutu, the representative of the Ministry of Health, my good friend, the Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakohini, our traditional leaders, the Board and Management of KGL Group, the Board and Management of E Foundation, the CEO of Mahama Care, I would say, and I invited here because she also wants to do something with the KGL Group. In healthcare, we've been doing quite a lot in the area of healthcare. This is just one of the projects that we've undertaken. Members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today is not just a day of commissioning and handing over of a building. Today is a day of hope, it's a day of healing, and it's a historic moment for access to mental health care in Asanteman and north of Ghana. On behalf of the KGL Foundation and the entire KGL Group, I am deeply honored to stand before you to officially present, commission, and hand over this magnificent building, the KGL If Medical Center, a multi-million-dollar purpose-built mental health wellness facility, proudly funded and donated to Asanteman and the people of Ghana. This center holds a unique distinction. It is the only dedicated mental wellness facility this side of the country, built to serve millions of people across the Ashanti region, the Bono, Ahafo, and all through the northern parts of Ghana. For far too long, Your Excellency, access to professional mental health care has been a privilege, limited by geography. Patients and families were compelled to travel hundreds of kilometers to the south of the country, journeys that were emotionally exhausting, financially draining, and medically risky. Today, that changes. Before I go further, permit me to pause briefly and speak from the heart. Your Royal Highness, Lady Julia, this moment we celebrate today stands firmly on the foundation of your vision, your compassion, and your wavering commitment to the well-being of your people. The project did not begin merely as a structure. It began as your conviction. And long before most of us imagined what this facility could become, you already saw it its impact and its necessity. I remember vividly all our engagements, how you passionately advocated for a center of dignity and healing for the people of Ashanti-Man. You carried this project not just as an idea, but as a duty to the people you love and serve. Your sincerity moved me, your persistence inspired me, and your heart convinced me. It takes a good heart, a truly good heart, to carry the burden of others as though they were their own. Today, as we stand in this magnificent facility, we are not only simply witnessing the building, we are witnessing what leadership looks like when it's grounded in empathy and service. Your Royal Highness, Ashanti-Man sees what your heart has built. Ghana recognizes what your commitment has achieved, and generations yet unborn will remember your role in opening the doors to healing countless families. It's my old good friend Ashim. Your quiet dedication and relentless work behind the scenes ensure that the vision moved forward. Thank you for lending your strength and wisdom every step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health is not a luxury issue. It's not a luxury issue. It is a public health necessity. Depression, anxiety, trauma, addiction, epilepsy-related disorders, and severe mental illness do not discriminate. They affect the young and old, the rich and poor, educated and uneducated. Yet for decades, access to mental health care remains shrouded in silence, stigma, and severe underinvestment. It is the belief of the KGL group that private industry must actively participate in nation building, not by words alone, but through investments that produce measurable social impact like these. It is also my personal belief and that of the group that true development means caring for both body and mind. No society can prosper when conversations on mental health care is often borderline negative, shrouded in misconceptions, and plagued in societal stigma. Here at the KGL Group, it is our conviction that mental wellness is the foundation of education, productivity, family stability, and national development. The KGL If Medical Center has been designed as a modern, dignified, and professional environment focused on the care of people living with mental health conditions. This is not an institution of confinement. It is a center of healing, hope, and human dignity. The facility includes consulting rooms for psychiatric services, therapy and counseling units, inpatient wards, diagnostic and pharmacy units, rehabilitation spaces, administrative and staff facilities. This project represents a significant multi-million-dollar investment in healthcare by the KGL Foundation, fully funded as part of our commitment that no Ghanaian should be denied healthcare because of who they are or where they live. It is also a testament to what becomes possible when the private sector and the government share a common vision. To this end, we are proud to acknowledge the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service that we've worked with in the past. I think we supplied them some vehicles and also bikes and other things, the mental health side of it. Academia and also the various traditional authorities who provided invaluable guidance, support, and partnerships through this journey. To my son, Eliodade, CEO of the KGL Foundation, your leadership, your passion, and your unwavering commitment have been at the very heart of this project. You not only supervised its development, but you carried it with a sense of purpose, ensuring this project remained aligned with our values as a family and the dignity and service. And to your exceptional team, just to mention a few, Ni, Seram, Clyde, and the whole lot of you, we appreciate your commitment. To my good friend Freddy, and Freddy has done most, those who see KGL house, come up and let's see Freddy. Freddy is the contractor, is one of the best contractors in Africa, Disimoni. So they've done a wonderful job. So to you, Freddy, and the Disimoni group, your excellence is evidence in every wall and every detail of this building. Thank you very much for keeping up the deadlines. And to Reginald and his team of project managers, thank you for your diligence and tireless effort to bring this project to life exactly as envisioned. Ladies and gentlemen, healthcare access is not a preserve of government alone. It is a collective responsibility. The narrative needs to change. We therefore urge the chiefs, opinion leaders, religious authorities, civil society organizations gathered here today to help fight the stigma surrounding mental health care. Let us replace fear with understanding. Let us replace isolation with support. Let us replace shame with compassion. To every individual battling any form of mental illness, and to every family supporting a loved one, we want you to hear this clearly. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. And your minds matter. KGL Group will stand with you. This center exists because of your lives, your dignity matters, and your well-being matters. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose that KGL Group finds its most meaning expression is through the work of the KGL Foundation, our social impact sustainability arm. Our purpose has always been to build wealth by Ghanaians, for Ghanaians. I'm a strong advocate of Ghanaian ownership of enterprise. And this is what you see when a 100% owned Ghanaian company can produce. And so we advocate for Ghanaian ownership of Ghanaian economy and funding Ghanaian projects. And that is what we stand for. Our long-standing partnerships with the GFA is also an example of what we do. We inject $150,000 a year in juvenile football. So the juvenile football, over the past 5 years, the KGL Foundation has played a central role in reviving Cole's football. It's now the KGL Juvenile Football Under-17s competition. This once forgotten platform is now vibrant, and the KGL Group continues to support also the senior national team, the Black Stars. We are the headline sponsors of the Black Stars. We have been for the last 5 years. And in women and community empowerment, we continue to support widows and women entrepreneurs. Consistent with our dedication to public health, we also continue to manufacture and distribute safe, affordable tricycle ambulances in parts of the country. In addition to emergency response, we have also invested in strengthening essential healthcare services of the Tema General Hospital. Our flagship mental health index has digitalized access to mental health care, especially for the underserved communities. The establishment of this wellness and mental health center in Kumasi also further deepens our commitment to dignified health care. We continue to also invest in education, building and refurbishing educational facilities. I think we've done about 6 schools. At the moment, we are working with the University of Ghana to build an alumni center. We're working with my own, the best school in Ghana, Fansmin School, to build a stadium. We've refurbished the assembly hall of Okyapiman, where I always say that my dad has left me debts in his death, because he was the headmaster of Okyapiman and Achimota. Even though I didn't attend any of those schools, we are doing work there. We are doing work from my area where I come from, Nifan Secondary School. We've done the ICT centers, building a new basic school there. So in terms of education, we offer 300 scholarships every year. So those are areas that we look at. These stories and many more reflect our belief that the true measure of progress is in the number of lives we touch, and the wealth we create must translate into lasting value for society. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of KGL Foundation and the entire board and management of KGL Group, I officially hand over the KGL Eve Medical Center to you, Madam the Santiman, KNUST, the government and people of Ghana, Your Excellency, with the full confidence that will serve as a sanctuary of healing for generations to come. We are committed to the next phase of this development. May this center become a beacon of recovery. May it restore lives, may it strengthen families, and may it stand forever as a proof that when business meets compassion, society thrives. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
And when our former head of state, the late General Achampon, said Ghanaians must take over the commanding heights of our economy, he was dreaming of Mr. Alex Apaudade and the KGL Group. Please, a round of applause for such leadership grounded in empathy and compassion. Ours, Lady Julia Osei-Tutu, Her Royal Highness, her legacy reaches far and wide as a tireless advocate for education and gender equality, both locally and internationally. She does this anchored on one belief that every woman, regardless of her background or circumstance, has the power to rise to her fullest potential in any endeavor. Today, with joy in your heart, please make welcome our visionary, Her Royal Highness Lady Julia Osei-Tutu.
Republic of Ghana, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Nananum, Mr. Alex Apaudade, Chairman of the KGL Foundation, the Vice Chancellor and leadership of KNUST, the co-founder of the Eve Medical Center, Nana Agyeman Prempeh, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, media personnel, students, good morning.
Good morning.
Today is a deeply meaningful and significant day for me, for our team at the Eve Foundation, and for the entire Ashanti region. The commissioning of the KGL Eve Medical Center is more than the opening of a facility. It is the beginning of a new chapter in compassionate healthcare, advocacy for mental wellness, and dignified support for women, children, students, and families. When the idea of establishing a center dedicated to mental well-being first came to me, it was born out of a simple but urgent truth. Too many women, too many young people, and too many families in our society suffer silently from various forms of mental illness. Depression, anxiety, postpartum challenges, childhood behavioral issues, stress-related complications, and emotional trauma are real. They affect homes, marriages, academic performance, productivity, and contribute significantly to morbidity and mortality. Yet for many years, these issues have been met with silence, stigma, and discrimination instead of care and understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take off the wraps and to address the needs of the hundreds and thousands of people who have been suffering silently. It is time to let go of the stigma and the shame. The vision of the KGL Eve Medical Center is therefore built on 3 pillars accessibility, that support must be available where people live, study, and work. 2, dignity, that no one should feel ashamed to seek help. 3, holistic care, that mental health must be integrated with general medical services, counseling, and wellness. Seeing this vision come to life today is truly humbling, but also exciting for me. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to pay special tribute to a man whose commitment, intelligence, and relentless drive has carried this project from vision to reality. Nana Jiman co-founder of the KGL Eve Medical Center, has been the engine, the strategist, and the constant force behind every step of this project over the past 18 months. From planning, design reviews, stakeholder engagement, regulatory preparation, to assembling the clinical and administrative foundations of the center, Nana has worked day and night to bring us to this moment. His passion for community, well-being, especially for women and the youth, reflects a rare heart of dedication of service to humanity. Nana's leadership has not only shaped the character of this center, but it has also reaffirmed that committed individuals can achieve committed individuals can achieve when they put the welfare of others above themselves. Nana, I am deeply grateful for your partnership, your courage, and your unwavering dedication. This facility bears your imprint, and history will remember your contribution. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today would not have been possible without the extraordinary generosity and visionary leadership of the KGL Foundation, led by Elliot, under the chairmanship of Mr. Alexa Powell Dade. The entire construction of this center has been funded by the KGL Foundation and donated to the KGL Eve Medical Center as a gift of hope to the people of Asanteman. Even more inspiring is their commitment to fully complete phase 2 and 3 of the project by 2027. An investment that will transform this center into one of Ghana's leading hubs for mental wellness, research, and general medical care. Mr. Dade, your philanthropy is not only admirable, it is nation building. On behalf of all the lives that will be touched by this center, I say thank you. Special gratitude also to the Vice Chancellor, University Management, and the entire university community for their very generous donation of the land on which our facility is situated, and also for all their support with the project and all the expertise they have offered us with this project. Thank you so much. The Vice Chancellor is in here today. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the Eve Medical Center is designed to provide compassionate mental health services, general outpatient medical care, general obstetric support, youth and student counseling, and professional psychosocial services. Located here on the KNU UST campus, it bridges academia and healthcare, giving students, faculty, and the wider community access to early diagnosis, treatment, and preventive care. This center will also serve as a safe space for mothers and children who often bear the silent weight of emotional, and psychological challenges. Your Excellency, I want to commend the government of Ghana for its continuous efforts to strengthen our healthcare delivery system and to integrate mental health into national health priorities. This center stands as a partner to government's vision, a practical demonstration of how public institutions, private foundations, and civil society can work together to improve the lives of our people. As we open this facility, I encourage all families, students, teachers, and community leaders to help break the silence around mental health. Let us show compassion, understanding, and support. Let us embrace the truth that mental health is not a weakness. It is a part of our well-being. Nananum, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today as we commission the KGL Eve Medical Center, we celebrate not only the building, but a promise that every person who walks through these doors will be met with dignity, care, and hope. To our partners, to the KGL Foundation, to KNUST, to the entire EVE team, and to everyone who believed in this dream, I extend my heartfelt gratitude. May this center shine as a beacon for Asanteman, for Ghana, and for generations to come. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
God bless you richly and your legacy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the gift of the occasion, the Vice President of the Republic, as she delivers the keynote. A round of applause for Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Okwajiman.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Your Royal Highness, Lady Julia Osetutu, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, especially the Minister for the region, please allow me to refer to the protocol very ably established and to wish everyone a good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know you are tired. I want to thank all of you, the organizers especially, for the kind invitation to be part of such an important event. We are here to commission a project that is set to contribute significantly to the region and indeed to Ghana's health sector as a whole. This facility is a practical response to the real and growing demand for integrated medical and mental health services. Distinguished guests, the global and national healthcare landscapes are changing, influenced by pandemics, digital medicine, ethical dilemmas, and our expanding populations. You know, our birth rate is high. I think it's 2.2 or something. It's very rare. But we love everyone anyway. In response, government continues to prioritize healthcare within Ghana's development agenda. We are strengthening primary healthcare, expanding NHIS coverage, modernizing facilities, increasing training, and improving access to mental health and wellness services. Earlier this year, Ghana hosted the landmark Africa Health Sovereignty Summit. This was to signal a shift from reliance on external aid towards sustainable domestic health financing. At the summit, the government announced the uncapping of financing for the NHIS, adding funds to expand fiscal space for essential health services and to improve health coverage across the country. Alongside this move, we have launched the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Ukubia, popularly known as Mahama Cares, to address chronic lifelong conditions that fall outside the NHIS's full coverage. The fund aims to provide financial support for the treatment and medication needed for serious non-communicable diseases like cancer, diabetes, kidney failure, stroke, hypertension, and other conditions that have traditionally placed a heavy financial burden on patients. Moreover, Mahama Cares aims to strengthen Ghana's overall health infrastructure, investing in medical equipment, specialist training, healthcare facilities, and research to ensure quality and equitable access for Ghanaians, regardless income or location. These initiatives represent a major step towards long-term resilience. And that is what is being intended to achieve in order to reach a universal health coverage, and your facility plays a significant role in this very, very important match. However, ladies and gentlemen, government alone cannot meet every healthcare need of our growing population. The nation relies on partnerships with private sector actors, foundations, and institutions that share our vision for a stronger, healthier Ghana. Facing the medical and mental health challenges among children, mothers, students, working and retired adults nationwide requires accessible, stigma-free services supported by strong partnerships. This center contributes directly to the effort and expands care options to this region with this purpose-built mental wellness facility. Your Royal Highness and Nana Ajiman Prempe, and also your team of partners, you have worked to develop a facility that integrates mental health services, general medical care, counseling and wellness support, and community mental health outreach programs with the focus on women. Standing here, I cannot overemphasize that. That is very, very important. And your contribution addresses an important service gap. This foundation, led by its chairman, Mr. Alex Apaudade, you funded the construction of this facility and has transferred it to the Eve Medical Center for public benefits. I'm also informed that the foundation has committed to finishing phases 2 and 3 of this project by 2027. And by so doing, you further grow your medical and wellness capacity. This contribution exemplifies corporate social responsibility aligned with regional and national health goals. Well done. I want to emphasize that. When our interventions align with regional, community, and national goals, then we make good progress. Strong partnerships among government, foundations, and the private sector help increase access to quality care. The establishment of this medical center carries with it many implications, including the following: complementing the national mental health policy and universal health coverage objectives, strengthening service delivery capacity in this region, integrating mental and general medical services, supporting care for youth also very, very important, mothers, students and families, and providing a model for community-oriented health investments. We also expect the center to contribute to research and training through meaningful partnership and collaboration with KNUST. For example, by linking mental and general medical services, this center is positioned to reduce delays and ease pressure on existing health facilities. As we commission this center, we are reminded that improving health outcomes depends on ongoing commitments, effective partnerships, and an understanding of community needs. To all who contributed to this project, Your Royal Highness Lady Julia, Nana Ajiman Prempe, the various foundations, especially KDL, and other partners, congratulations on your initiative. You don't think they deserve an applause? Your efforts have strengthened the region's health system capacity. And on that note, I feel privileged to declare the KGL Eve Medical Center officially commissioned. May this center serve the region well and have a positive impact on the entire nation. And may God bless our beautiful country, Ghana. Thank you very much.
We dey atadwe Ghana mine asante mine emma na atedene. Eno nti enye yemfa ye hunhye mo ne ehu se mental health no ade a hamma na edi emma so ewu. Eno nti specialist hospital kesi ya bade a me no mienu ye manfa so mra so na ye nkone nkwohwe apomuden. Esanse wo ba na sebi wotetifie eno hwema fie nso ye fie. Oba sebi wantetifie a yenya abusua so ni ho a yenya brono ni ho so a yenya kuro ni ho so a yenya wo mai eno nti mapomuden eho hia pa medin eye maame Fozia makram.